no, we're really excited about this partnership between LucasArts and the Air Museum Planes of Fame, and it's just one other way for us to get the story of aviation history out to the public.
It's one thing to sit at a coffee table and talk about how it was in the old days, but when a veteran can come out here and can lean against the P-47 and lean against the Hellcat until, that brings a lot of personal feelings right up. And we've had the opportunity to witness a lot of that. It's pretty interesting.
At the Chino facility, we have the USS Enterprise CV-6 hangar, which is a kind of a living replica of the hangar deck of the famed World War II aircraft carrier. And it houses many of the Air Museum's naval aircraft, including the F-4U Corsair, made famous by TV series Baa Baa Black Sheep. We have the Hellcat, the Grumman F-6F Hellcat, which is really had the highest kill ratio of any fighter during World War II at 19-1. We have a Wildcat, which is the kind of frontline fighter for the Navy as war broke out. We have the SBD Dauntless, one of only 3 flyable Dauntlesses left in the world. That's a kind of aircraft made famous by the Battle of Midway. And we also have a TBM Avenger. TBM Avenger, built also by Grumman, was a torpedo bomber, and same type of aircraft that our former President George Bush flew during World War II. Well, I'll say the Air Museum of Planes of Fame is really excited about the new game that's coming out by LucasArts, The Secret Weapons Over Normandy. This sort of game, I think, is probably the closest that someone can be to flying in these airplanes and seeing what it was like, flying and fighting during World War II. In the North Hangar at the Air Museum, we call that the Tom Freakin hangar. We've got quite a good collection of foreign aircraft, foreign to the United States. We have our Japanese Zero fighter in there. It's the last remaining completely authentic Japanese Zero in the world, complete with its original Nakajima-built Sockeye radial engine. It's the airplane that was even test flown by Charles Lindbergh during World War II, so we're pretty proud of that aircraft. We also have other aircraft that are rare, like the Raiden, the only one left in the world. It's a complete airplane. It's on stack display in the North Hangar. We have the Japanese rocket fighter that was really modeled after the German 163. We also have a Betty bomber, which is the most complete Betty bomber on display anywhere in the world. Some of the British airplanes we have, the Hawker Hurricane, and then we also have the Mark 9 Spitfire that has a unique history, having shot down 2 Messerschmitt 109s and shot up a 190.
There are so many of the veterans that are telling their story finally. It's finally time to pass that on, and the stories have always been out there, but I think now, in our society too, there were times in Hollywood where the war story was all about the bullets, and about the hardware. But now it's the human side. Every story's got a human side, and these guys, friends and foes that fought in the war, there's some amazing things that they did and why they did them.
The German aircraft here at the Air Museum of Planes of Fame, we've got a few original aircraft and then also a few life-size replica aircraft. The replicas include the Messerschmitt 163 rocket-powered interceptor. We have a V-1 buzz bomb, a Natter interceptor. The Heinkel 162 was an aircraft that was captured and brought back to the United States, and was even flown by Bob Hoover, Muroc Dry Lake, towards the end of World War II.
You ask what the difference between a static collection and a flyable collection is, and we always equate it to what a wax museum is like versus going to the zoo. At a wax museum, you see the likenesses, and that's all they are. And you go to the zoo, it's the real thing. The animals roar, and you see them walking around. Well, these airplanes are all alive, and we try to keep as many of them going as we can.
Yeah, we really encourage the younger generation to come out and participate in a place where aviation history comes to life. A place where the airplanes can be seen not just on the ground or in the back of a hangar somewhere, but actually in the natural environment, in the sky. And even these people can come out and become members, join the museum, and participate. They can go flying in the aircraft, and that's something that can't be done too many other places in the world.
September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. This was the start of the Nazi Blitz in Europe. It engulfed the world in a war that caused great social and political turmoil. What follows is an accounting of evidence recently uncovered about the secret war the Allies fought against the German Reich and Japanese Empire during World War II. By May of 1940, the Allied leaders of Great Britain and the United States had witnessed the awesome power of Germany's resurrected war machine. They were shocked by the deadly efficiency of Germany's Air Force, the Luftwaffe. Except for England, all of Western Europe had fallen in quick succession to the enemy blitzkrieg. Undermanned and under-equipped, the Allies moved quickly to slow the Nazi military juggernaut. For this task, Prime Minister Winston Churchill authorized the creation of a secret organization called the SOE, the Special Operations Executive. Its mission was to undermine the German war effort and, in Churchill's words, to set Europe ablaze. To accomplish their difficult task, the SOE created a unique fighter squadron dubbed the Battlehawks. Its mandate was to search out and destroy the terrifying secret weapons of the Luftwaffe. Pilots from war-ravaged Europe and even the United States came to England to volunteer their services. It was from this broad spectrum of aviators that the Battlehawks would find its strength. In the coming years, the skill, dedication, and courage of these brave pilots would be tested to the fullest. This is their story. September.
During the course of your campaign, you'll be able to make improvements to the planes in the hangar. These improvements are called field upgrades, and I'm the lucky soul that gets to do them. Before I can do any upgrades, you'll need a field upgrade requisition. Rourke will award you upgrade requisitions when your performance in a mission has been superlative. Each requisition authorizes me, the chief mechanic, to make one field upgrade. You select which field upgrade is done to which aircraft. Over time, I'll be learning new upgrades. I'll alert you when I've come up with something new. Currently, you have no field upgrade requisitions. I can't make upgrades to any of these planes.
This is not an American fighter. That was my first thought when I sat into the low seat of this British crate they call the Hurricane. All I've heard about this plane is true as far as speed and performance go, but its wings are made of fabric as opposed to good old American metal. It takes some getting used to. I've been paired up with a pilot named Trevor. He likes to train all the new guys in the unit, but he seems like sort of a stiff-ass Brit to me. I just want to prove myself and get out there where I can make a difference. I'm scheduled for maneuvers with Trevor in just a moment. He's going to run me through basic flight and weapons training. Let's see if my aircraft holds up to how I fly.
My name's Trevor, and you may call me Trevor. It's formal and correct, one of those lax as you yanked across the pond. Let me have a look at my card here. Ah yes, James Chase. And for you. Here's what's happening today. The barrage balloons the army chaps set up over Dunkirk have drifted over our airfield. They're a pesky nuisance, so we must remove them before our place can land. I'll take out the first one.
more effectively turn to attack it. The targeting system allows you to target the when in the bank, the whale will climb or dive without the plane is represented in the center of the gauge. Rotate down, down, gauge shows you your current speed and throttle testing. Climbing too steeply will bleed away your airspeed, eventually stalling your aircraft. If you pitch your nose down, you will go into a dive. Notice that you have a situational awareness display. Priority targets will fail without range, and it signals that it will directly or this is also displayed on this ring. Land and rearm these locations when available. The center of this display shows the enemy and anything less close to you. When you have something targeted, it will have an insignia denoting if it's friendly or not. Learn these symbols. Also indicate that the target residue is the target residue also has a bar that shows the damage level of your target. You should also notice you have a display of your plane's health. This is a damage level indicator that displays your own plane's state of disrepair. Good. All barrage balloons have been disposed of properly. Not too bad, but it doesn't say much about your skill. They are, after all, balloons. Here's a word or two on landing. First thing, you need to lower your flaps and gear. That's good. I can see your gear and flaps down. This tells the ground crew you're ready to land. There are two ways to land your aircraft. The first is automatic landing. The ground crew puts up a marker over the airfield, and all you have to do is fly through it. The second is manual landing. While decreasing your speed, descends to the runway. Now, gently touch your plane down. Bring your speed down to the minimum velocity, so we don't crash into the ground. Touchdown. Great approach. Good landing all round. We've got a few more things to cover, and then we'll call it a day. First, let's get back into the air. Bring your throttle up and gain some altitude. You're quickly getting hang of the controls. That's good. Notice that the ground crew has replenished your ammunition for you. The counter displays how much ammunition your plane has. Now we can wait a moment, my dear fellow. I think I can spy a German bomber ahead.
Ich brauche Hilfe! Feindliche Flugzeuge, mein Flug!
Trailing smoke must have slipped away from one of our patrols during the fight. Congratulations, your first flight target. Take that aircraft out of our sky. Stay with it. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Prima! Es wird Zeit, unsere Kommandanten zu rächen!
Mr. Chase, we have more Stukas making a surprise visit. Kindly dispose of them before you think of landing.
Well, the Hurricane is a fine bird. I didn't think it could compare to American engineering, but I like the feel of her. Trevor says if I'm ready, he has a little cleanup assignment for me. I get the feeling he thinks I'm still too green. Who knows? Maybe it was the phrase, "I think a Yank can handle this one," that tipped me off. Apparently, there are some dangerous crates and barrels that need destroying. But target practice in this lady should be a pleasure.
Good show. You've received your first field upgrade requisition. All right. What upgrade do you want me to make to which aircraft? The only aircraft we have for you is the Hurricane. When new planes become available, you'll find them here in the hangar.
Well,
We've set up some bomb targets at the ammo dump for you to practice on. To effectively hit these targets, you'll want to use the bomb target reticule, which shows where your bombs will impact. This reticule is projected on the ground in front of you and fluctuates in size based on your plane's maneuvering and angle of attack. Your bomb will hit somewhere within the circle of the bomb site. If you point the nose of your plane down toward the target, the bomb reticule will shrink in size. This indicates your bomb drop will be more precise. Realize that a direct hit with a bomb may not be necessary. Bombs do area damage. The bigger the bomb, the more damage it does, and the bigger the area it does damage to. Now, destroy all ammo dumps. The bomb target reticule is set by the camera. This is of course most effective when bombing large targets such as buildings or ships. Either way, when you've got the target lined up using the method you're most comfortable with, release the bomb to send it flying. You can't damage those with your machine guns, use your bombs. Another useful camera is the ordnance camera. Continued holding down on the secondary fire button switches the camera to follow your projectile. Equipped on your Realize that a direct hit with a bomb may not be necessary. Bombs do area damage. The bigger the bomb, the more damage it does, and the bigger the area it does damage to. Now, destroy all ammo dumps. That's good. One down. The bomb target reticule can be viewed best by switching to the bombing camera. This is of course most effective when bombing large targets such as buildings or ships. Either way, when you've got the target lined up using the method you're most comfortable with, release the bomb to send it flying. You have a set of binoculars in your cockpit with you as well. Realize that a direct hit with a bomb may not be necessary. Bombs do area damage. The bigger the bomb, the more damage it does, and the bigger the area it does damage to. Now, destroy all ammo dumps. The bomb target reticule can be viewed best by switching to the bombing camera. This is of course most effective when bombing large targets such as buildings or ships. Either way, when you've got the target lined up using the method you're most comfortable with, release the bomb to send it flying. Another useful camera is the ordnance camera. Continued holding down of the secondary fire button switches the camera to follow your projectile. You have a set of binoculars in your cockpit with you as well. Using them can... Realize that a direct hit with a bomb may not be necessary. Bombs do area damage. The bigger the bomb, the more damage it does, and the bigger the area it does damage to. Now, destroy all ammo dumps. That's good. One down. The bomb target reticule can be viewed best by switching to the bombing camera. This is, of course, most effective when bombing large targets such as buildings or ships. Either way, when you've got the target lined up using the method you're most comfortable with, release the bomb to send it flying. You have a set of binoculars in your cockpit with you as well. Using them can help you see a distant target a bit better. When trying to get an idea of distance, drawing a bead, or trying to identify the type of target, this ability to zoom in is quite useful. Keeping a close eye on the positions of the targets in your range of view is important. Another useful camera is the ordnance camera. Continued holding down on the secondary fire button switches the camera to follow your projectile.
Yep.
Realize that a direct hit with a bomb may not be necessary. Bombs do area damage. The bigger the bomb, the more damage it does, and the bigger the area it does damage to. Now, destroy all ammo dumps. That's good. One down. The bomb target residue is used best by switching to the bombing camera. This is, of course, most effective when bombing large targets such as buildings or ships. Either way, when you've got the target lined up using the method you're most comfortable with, release the bomb to send it flying. You have a set of binoculars in your cockpit with you as well. Using them can help you see a distant target a bit better. When trying to get an idea of distance, drawing a bead, or trying to identify the type of target, this ability to zoom in is quite useful. Keeping a close eye on the positions of the targets in your range of view is important. Another useful camera is the ordnance camera. Continued holding down on the secondary fire button switches the camera to follow your projectile. Another camera available to you is reverse view. This camera allows you to look behind you very quickly. Equipped on your craft is a gun camera that allows you to replay footage of what you did in the last 15 seconds. Use it anytime during combat. It is particularly helpful for checking the success of recent bombing runs. Remember that while you might be tempted to strafe a German tank column with your machine guns, it won't do much good. Any armored vehicles, whether they're ships, U-boats or tanks, will require the use of heavy explosives to destroy them. Bombs, to the layperson. Now, let's try something a little harder. Over the bridge are some German recon cars I was planning on destroying. But since I need to see how you can handle moving targets, I'll give this task to you. Destroy those cars. Acquiring the next enemy ground target is done by quickly tapping the ground target button. Those anti-aircraft guns could pose a big problem. You can destroy them with your guns and then finish off the reconnaissance cars. The targeting system also allows you to target the closest enemy ground unit. Chase, it seems that you stumbled into a hornet's nest. Destroy that tank column with your bombs. Watch yourself. Enemy fire is no joke. side. Chase, watch where you're dropping your bombs. We aren't ready to blow up that bridge yet. We have an armored column heading for the East Bridge, requesting assistance. Roger that. Assistance headed to the East Bridge. Not too shabby. You'll get better with practice. Let's get back to the airstrip.
Trevor likes to push buttons, just like my dad. But I get the feeling he does it in a friendly, let's see what you're made of kind of way. You'd almost think he was an American flyer with the amount of grief he gives me. The Germans have been getting increasingly curious about what's going on in the skies above Dunkirk. Trevor ordered me to engage any German planes that I encounter on patrol. He's assigned me to lead a veteran out on this sortie. Something about, if the American is to command others, he must learn restraint. I take it back. Trevor's not good enough to be an American flyer. Far too English.
Let me show all the wingman commands to Dadigan in correct order.
For this training exercise, we'll cover the wingman command structure. In a fight, your wingmen are your most valuable resource. Now keep in mind that you can only give orders to a craft that is assigned to your command. I've ordered Lieutenant Dadigan to be your wingman for this exercise. He'll follow your orders, meaning you are responsible for his life as you are in command.
Chase, I was sent out on patrol and I'm right on top of these balloons. I'm requesting permission to engage.
For science.
Chase, I was sent out on patrol and I'm right on top of these balloons. I'm requesting permission to engage.
All right then. Issue the Attack My Target command to Lieutenant Dadigan. The Attack My Target command causes your wingmen to attack the target you currently have selected. Once the selected target is destroyed, your wingmen will return to your side for further orders.
Copy. Moving to intercept your target.
The targeted will command allows your wingmen to use the attack target opportunity. Wingmen are well such. They fly far and wide doubts that you are the right pilot for us. For this training exercise, we'll cover the wingman.
Chase, I was sent out on patrol and I'm right on top of these balloons. I'm requesting permission to engage.
All right then. Issue the attack my target command to Lieutenant Dadigan.
Copy. Moving to intercept your target.
The attack my target command causes your wingmen to attack the target you currently have selected. The target at will command allows your wingmen to independently attack targets of opportunity. When you use them for us, they fly far and wide over the combat zone. Therefore, you may seldom see them. Your wingman is awaiting your target at will order. Chase, I have serious doubts that you are the right pilot for us. Don't shoot yourself. Order Dadigan to shoot them down.
Roger that. Engaging enemies.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Hey, Big, how you doing? Yeah, it's been forever since I played good old
This training exercise
Secret
will
Weapons
cover
over
the
Normandy.
wingman command
Chase, I was sent out on patrol and I'm right on top of these balloons. I'm requesting permission to engage.
All right then. Issue the attack my target command to Lieutenant Dadigan.
Copy. Moving to intercept your target.
The attack my target command causes your wingmen to attack the target you currently have selected. The target at will command allows your wingmen to independently attack targets of opportunity. When your wingmen are under such an order, they fly far and wide over the combat zone. Therefore, you may seldom see them. Your wingman is awaiting your target at will order.
Roger that. Engaging enemies. There goes the second balloon.
The defense B command tells your wingmen to attack enemy planes that are attacking you. Your wingmen will continue to attack as long as there are enemies attacking you. Now issue the defend me order to your wingman.
Covering your sixth.
Excellent. Now that you've had a chance to practice, it's time to see how you apply them in a real patrol. You sweep the area here with Dadigan, while I patrol the area across the river from Dunkirk. Remember, you're not alone. This is a team effort, so use your wingman if you get into any serious trouble.
Enemy sighted. Inbound Ju-87 Stuka dive bombers. Be careful of their rear guns, Chase. Roger that, sir.
Britische Jäger im Anflug! Wir brauchen Unterstützung!
Another group of enemies sighted, sir. Perhaps we should split up? With pleasure. Scratch one, Stuka.
Wo bleibt die Luftunterstützung? Ich brauche Hilfe!
Woo! I got one! All Stukas have been down.
Chase, I'm being attacked by some German 110s. I could use some assistance here. They're right on my six. Burn those Jerrys for me.
Wissen nicht, was passiert ist. Greifen Sie die Jäger an!
Looks like those Stukas called for some help. Those German 110s should be easy pickings for us. One more to go, Chase. That was the last of them.
Good work, Chase. You seem to have a handle on the basics. You're more than ready to take the fight to the Germans.
Cool, cool. Some requisition forms. Alright, I've worked all the tutorials. Let's have a look at my hangar. I only had the one plane.
May 26, 1940. I'm finally in Europe with the Royal Air Force, right in the thick of things. There's quite a motley collection of pilots from all over, eager to fight the Luftwaffe. One pilot in particular stands out from the rest. He's a Brit named Trevor. I hope to learn a lot from him if I can get past his upper-class smugness. Across the channel in France, though, things are going very badly. German forces have surrounded the Brits at Dunkirk and threatened to capture the lot of them. To avoid this disaster, the entire British force must be evacuated. Ships from all over England have been assembled to bring the troops home. Our squadron is going into action today to keep the Luftwaffe away from the evacuation ships. German ground forces are also on the move, tightening the noose. We'll have our hands full, as time is in short supply.
Let's see. Armor. You know what? I don't think I need any upgrades. Let's see how we do without it.
Schnell! Konzentrieren Sie sich auf die Fracht im Hafen!
To all British air units, this is His Majesty's destroyer Wakeful. We have incoming enemy bombers. Require immediate assistance.
Feindliches Schiff! Ein Zerstörer! Sofort versenken!
We need to hold back the Germans long enough for our troops to escape.
Indianer, links oben! Die muss der Zerstörer angefordert haben! Luftwaffe WF-109, geben Sie uns Feuerschutz! Wir laufen ein!
Wakeful can't fend them off by herself. We must engage those bombers now. We need every one of those transports intact, Chase. The evacuation will fail if more than half our troops carriers are lost. Eliminate those spookers!
What the hell am I aiming at? There.
Senken Sie den Zerstörer, bevor Sie sich um den anderen Schiffer kümmern!
Those Stukas hit the Wakeful. She's listing heavily. This is the Wakeful. We're going down. Repeat, we're going down. Protect the transports.
Ihr Zerstörer ist gesunken! Sehr gut! Kümmern wir uns jetzt um die Frachter!
Not Wakeful, Chase. Without us, the transport is defenseless. Chase! Trevor! Transporters confirm VF-109. Above target.
Ihr nehmt Feuerschutz! Zuckerstab! Bleiben Sie bei uns! Alle Jäger, geben Sie den Zucker Deckung! Schießt die Pommes ab!
Stuka over here.
The Allied forces report one of their transports is sinking.
Alle 109er, konzentriert euch auf die britischen Jäger! Holt die Bastarde vom Himmel! Für unsere Heimat! Wir sind in der Defensive! Das müssen wir ausnutzen!
Oh. Okay.
Machen Sie weiter! Aufgehört haben! Stuka starten! Angriff vorsetzen! Die Germany! Neusamen!
Those damn Germans have sunk two transports. I'll take the 109. You take care of those bombers. Don't let any of them get through. The enemy has given me a slight kick in the teeth.
Ooh, I wonder what would happen if... Okay, I got AA, got a Stuka behind me.
We've lost another ship. You must do something.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Indianer, links oben! Die muss der Zerstörer angefordert haben. Luftwaffe Bf 109, geben Sie uns Feuerschutz. Wir laufen ein!
We need every one of those transmissions.
Thank you.
Evacuation will fail if more than half our troops carriers are lost. Eliminate those Stukas.
Feuer! Volltreffer! Zerstörer!
No.
Ersenken Sie den Zerstörer, bevor Sie sich um den anderen Schiffer
I
kümmern.
think the Japanese did that and it was successful. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be defending.
Repeat, we're going down. Protect the transport.
Ihr Zerstörer ist gesunken. Sehr gut. Kümmern wir uns jetzt um die Frachter. Machen Sie weiter, wo Ihre Stuckers aufgehört haben. Stuckerstapel, Antrieb, Orden. Sie dürfen sich nicht äußern.
Chase, Trevor. Transporters confirm BF 109 above Darkgate.
Sie nehmen Feuerschutz, Stuckerstapel. Bleiben Sie bei uns.
Damn it.
An alle Jäger, geben Sie den Stuckers Deckung. Tommy ab.
Good show, Chase. The bombers are in the drink. I hope they're good swimmers. Now let's bring down those fighters.
Come here, you.
Weiter angreifen, los! Alle Flugzeuge, Attacke! Schwinget ab! Maschine schmiert ab! Macht ohne mich weiter!
Oops, that's my own guy. Dunker and one enemy.
Bien joué, you've done it! Spotters confirm all Stukas and BF 109s have been shut down. We've most certainly given them a thrashing today, but it's not over yet. I don't expect them to give up quite so easily. We'd better land at the airfield and rearm. It would appear we have a moment for introductions. My name is Cedric. I'm grateful for your assistance in these desperate times.
Weiter vorrücken! Wir müssen die Brücke nehmen!
Scouts report large groups of panzers converging on each of the 3 bridges into Dunkirk. Take out the bridges before the German forces cross. The ground crews have loaded your planes with 250-pound bombs. They should neutralize tanks if you're accurate.
Ooh,
All
which
right,
one should
I'll
I
take
go
the south
for?
bridge. Chase, on the east or west bridge.
Okay.
Land
Guess
at the
I'm
airfield
doing...
anytime to have my crew rearm your aircraft. Yes, but that will take precious time. So don't miss your target, dear boy.
We'll go for the west one.
Scouts have spotted a group of recon cars crossing the east bridge. Stop them if you can. More German reconnaissance cars approaching from the west. If you can manage it, straighten those cars and give the crowd some ventilation. But don't let them divert you from stopping their panzers.
That's all the way over there. How did I go from the west bridge from being...
The enemy reconnaissance cars are near the airbase.
Rücke sich an! Nicht wie rüber! Schnell!
German units are advancing on the bridge. Move faster, Chase.
I'm going as fast as I freaking can.
Heading will take them over the west defensive line.
An Alabama! Schützen Sie unsere Panzer! Zerstören Sie die Stellungen der Pamis!
Scratch the south bridge. Going after the east bridge now.
Well, so much for that. Well, mission success. Didn't have to say that it was, didn't say I had to live.
The ground crews have loaded your planes with 250-pound bombs. They should neutralize tanks if you're accurate.
I'm going for the
All right,
east
I'll take
bridge.
the south bridge. Chase, on the east or west bridge. Land at the airfield anytime to have my crew rearm your aircraft. Yes, but that will take precious time, so don't miss your target, dear boy.
Achtung, Achtung! Wir brauchen Luftunterstützung!
A group of Stukas is heading towards the east defensive line.
Panzerkolonnen, bereit zum Angriff auf die britische Boden. Für die Heimat!
Scouts have spotted a group of recon cars crossing the east bridge. Stop them if you can. Fine marksmanship, Chase. One bridge down, here you go. More German reconnaissance cars approaching from the west. If you can manage it, straighten those cars and give the crowd some ventilation. But don't let them divert you from stopping their panzers.
Okay. That's the Dunkirk airfield. And we got something there. And there's the west bridge. There's a recon car over there. Okay.
The German recon cars are heading towards Dunkirk. They're definitely up to something.
Rücke sich an! Nicht wie rüber! Schnell!
Get some air going.
An Alabama, schützen Sie unsere Panzer, zerstören Sie die Stellungen der Pamis.
One more bridge. Hurry, Chase. We don't have much time.
Well, I'm working on it.
Zerstören die Brücken. Auf der letzten Brücke sammeln und rüber, schnell!
bombs to destroy those tanks.
Cedric, we brought down all 3 bridges.
Good work. A shame to lose such monuments, but necessary.
That was a fine start, Chase. Even though you're a Yank, you've proven yourself worthy to fly in the Royal Air Force.
Hold that thought. There are more 109s inbound. I count 4 of them.
Chase, I know these chaps. They're from a special squadron of veteran pilots. They won't be as easy as the last bunch.
You may fight well against inexperienced pilots. You don't stand a chance against the best in the Luftwaffe.
Would that be you? We've been waiting for a good fight all day. What kept you?
British courage. Getting killed. Jäger, another Nemesis machine. Attacker!
German arrogance will get you a flying lesson. Chase, don't give them any opportunities. Conserve ammo and keep to their tails. I've heard of Krieger. He's one of Germany's most skilled and deadly pilots.
Dem Schuss hast du aber Glück gehabt.
Dann ist dran! Feuer! Alles klar!
Verliert Kontrolle über das Flugzeug.
Verfluchter Prototyp!
God damn, this thing is like on freaking crack.
Das war Zufall, Tommy. Nächstes Mal hast du weniger Glück.
Nice flying, Chase. Hopefully that's the last we'll see of the O-burst. Damn if I'm not good at judging raw talent. You're showing promise. I've got a proposition for you.
Bravo! Both of you! Delaying the Germans allowed our forces to escape.
Okay. Ooh, gallery movie unlocked. I wonder what the secondary goals were for this. You've earned 3, 1 primary, 2 bonus. I bet the secondary goals was to knock out all the tanks.
After the surrender of France, Hitler began a vicious and sustained assault on England. In the first phase of the attack, the German Luftwaffe sought to gain air superiority over England by crushing the Royal Air Force. As the Battle of Britain raged in the skies above southeastern England, the Battlehawks were put to the test. Luftwaffe commanders wasted no time in enlisting the talents of an elite squadron of top German pilots. Like their Allied counterparts, this group flew the most advanced aircraft and received specialized training. The Battle of Britain would mark the first meeting between the Battlehawks and the deadly Luftwaffe unit known as Nemesis.
Okay. Dogfight Trevor over the Dover Cliffs. If victorious, wins his Spitfire. Okay.
Let's see what you're made of, he says, taunting me with a promotion to Spitfire duty. Trevor wants to see if I have what it takes to bring him down. He's had the mechanics rig up my Hurricane and his Supermarine Spitfire with paint rounds for a simulated dogfight. As far as I know, he hasn't put forth this challenge to anyone else. So I wonder what he has in
My
store
biggest
for me.
concern is
I like
once
the
I
challenge,
put
and
this
I can't
over
wait to
on
remove that smug smile from his face. It's best 2 out of 3, and I plan on taking him in the first 2.
my biggest concern is when I bring this over to YouTube, is if YouTube's gonna flag the film portion of the video.
Chase, I know you're always worried about running out of ammo. Who wouldn't? I've solved this problem by doubling the capacity of your primary weapon magazines. So hold down that fire button and plug away.
Awesome. You know what? I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna see if I can beat this guy without the need.
I know you Americans are ambitious, but I prefer punctuality above tardiness. Now get that plane off the deck. It was my recommendation that got you into the Battle Hawks. So I'm going to evaluate your skills. I've had Lyle outfit our planes with dummy rounds to simulate damage. The task is a simple one. Score enough hits on my aircraft to prove you're capable of handling a Spitfire. Fight's on. Let's see what you've got. Chase, remember to adjust your speed in response to your adversary. Now you've got the idea. Stay on my tail and you'll always have a good kill shot. Taking off the kid gloves. Let's see what you're made of. When closing on a slower target from behind, or even approaching a faster one head-on, you can increase your firing time by reducing speed. Also, in tight-turning dogfights, you can gain the advantage by reducing your speed. But don't stay at a low speed for long, because you can quickly become a sitting duck.
Am I even hitting this dude?
Halfway there. Where is this American fierceness I've heard so many of the Eagle Squadron speak of? You're doing great, just a little bit more.
God damn it.
By George, I think you've got it. You have an eagle eye, Yank. Very fine marksmanship. Was that skill or luck? Do it again, come at me. One more match. Ready? Engage.
I need to get some distance between us.
Touché, my boy. But this match is far from over.
Get back here, you bastard. God fucking damn it. At this rate, I almost wish I did take the double ammunition upgrade. Where the fuck did he go?
I can see you most certainly have promise, my boy. That was a masterful bit of flying. You'd better put those skills of yours to work against the Jerrys. Keep it up, and you'll make a fine addition to the Battlehawks. Let's head home. Your Spitfire's waiting.
Supreme Spitfire Mark V. Nice.
A new plane has been added to the hangar.
Alright, let's have a look at my new plane. Okay, armor's the same. Looks like everything's the same except it has more firepower and better hand. So I'll go ahead and give that a try. I wonder if this will tell me what the missing secondary goals is.
August 13th, 1940. Trevor is more than just another RAF pilot. During the Dunkirk mission, I shot down a German pilot called Krieger. I'd never heard of him, but Trevor was impressed. As a result, he invited me to join a special outfit called the Battlehawks that he's been recruiting pilots for. He couldn't say much about this unit, except that it was very hush-hush and did special operations. To be honest, I was a bit skeptical until he mentioned they have the best people and they fly the best aircraft. He got me with the best people line, even if it is some silly, top-secret organization. I'm on my way to the Battlehawks airfield. The Luftwaffe is expected to hit us hard today. They're targeting RAF airfields and several installations that use a new aircraft detection system called radar. The Brits have cooked up this new technology for seeing where the Luftwaffe is attacking. The word is the Krauts are coming in droves.
Alright, let's go ahead
The
and...
Huns are over the airfield. Get out there to the AA gun while I get your plane ready.
Welcome to the Battlehawks. I'm Lyle, the squadron mechanic and general handyman around here. I'll get you settled in here since it's your first day and everything. Zerstören Sie die Hänger und alle startenden Maschinen. Vernichten wir sie. What bloody hell? It's an air raid. Keep your head down. We've got to get to those AA guns or they'll destroy the airfield. Take the new bloke and cover us with the AA guns while we get our birds airborne. Then we'll bring these Jerrys down.
Oh.
Greif an! Für das Vaterland!
We're up, Lyle. You and the recruits support us from the ground, but be careful not to send stray flak in our direction. Will do, Commander. Will do, sir. We're already there.
2 Jäger sind gestartet. Zerstören sie!
Take back, you krauts! Beginner's luck. Don't let it go to your head. There's still plenty of planes up there. Keep those Stukas from hitting the hangars, Chase.
Zerstören Sie die Flugabwehr! Weiter!
BF-110 flying low and fast. Looks like they're gonna try and strafe us. Watch yourself.
Ziel bombardieren! Zeigen wir ihnen, was wir können!
You're coming back to Earth the hard way, Jerry. Right in the pisser. See that, Chase? He's a bloody plane thing. What a bloke. Nice shot, Chase. Bring him down. Enemy fighters, get ahead! That bomb won't be back again. Concentrate your fire on the lead aircraft. There's just so many. Don't they ever quit? Good shot. That's the idea, Chase. Keep rolling them. We got one of the hangars. Can't let them destroy the other. Good work, gentlemen. The horizon is clear. We've got a few moments to catch our breath. Well, Chase, I downed more planes than you, but that's to be expected. I'm sure you're much better in a plane. This respite won't last long. Get your britches into a plane. Chase, get to the hangar.
One radar survives. Half of Hive survives.
Glad to see you made it up, Chase. Better late than never. Follow my lead, both of you. We're going to scout round the coast and look for trouble. This is Spyglass 1. 2 groups of bombers are heading for the towns of Hive and New Romney. Spyglass 1, this is Commander Rourke. We're on the job. Keep these channels clear unless you have new contacts to report. Chase, Trevor, stay close and be smart. We can't afford to lose either of you. Our squadron is down there, along with a lot of civilians.
Ew.
We have to stop them.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do.
Zerstören Sie die Radarstation!
Spitfire
break them up.
has
Don't let the
far
bombers get a clear
less.
approach on the installation. This shot, Chase. Bit easy, but quite good nonetheless. Firing line, Chase.
How are you doing?
G-87's high overhead. They're following the coast. Raumstation. Greife jetzt an! This is Spyglass 3. Spyglass 2 is off station. We can only assume the worst. We have a second group of 6 Stukas bearing south towards our position. We have to stop those bombers before they hit the station. Waste no time. Break and attack. Heads up. 109's coming in fast. Jerry hanging on my coattails. Somebody nudge him off my tail.
Why is everything so darn far away? What the hell? Okay, there you are. I'm sitting here like, why is my aiming not showing anything?
What kind of rubbish is this? The buggers are coming on strong. Halten Sie uns diese britische Flugzeuge vom Hals!
How far is that air base?
New Romney has taken a beating from the bomber attack. I know a lady who lives there. Hope she's all right.
Alright, got a Stuka over here. Where are you going? Okay.
That's the last of the Stukas. Good work, gentlemen. Let's head back to base and rearm. Trevor said we should pluck you from the Eagle Squadron. I'd have to say his recommendation was a good one. You fly well and keep a cool head. Those traits keep you alive. More Jerry's on approach to this airbase. Get our planes in the air. We're off the deck. Time to attack altitude and engage. Work fast, gentlemen. We're definitely outnumbered. Roger, Mr. Sam Charles.
Worauf warten Sie? Zerstören Sie Hangars und die Flugzeuge.
Don't let those Stukas release their
Damn it. Alright. I got a Stuka up here. What the hell? Oh, it's is that friendly? Why am I allowed to target him? If he's friendly. There's a Stuka. Damn it. Oh wait, that's my ally. What the hell? Stuka in that direction.
So viel zu Ihrem geheimen Bereitstellungsraum. Narren, kümmern Sie sich jetzt um Ihre Radarstation.
After them, Hawks. Bring them all down. We can't let them escape. I think that's the lot of them. We've surely deposited enough scrap on the airfield for Lyle to keep us in business till doomsday. Spyglass 1 to Battlehawks. There's another wave of aircraft. They're flying down the coast on approach to this installation. We're on our way, Spyglass. Hold tight. We must stop them. If they destroy our radar positions, England will be blind. Ju-88s. Those are some of Germany's best bombers. Yes, waste no time in shooting them from the skies. And watch out for their tail gunners.
Wir müssen die Bomber schützen. Greifen Sie die britischen Flugzeuge an. Kümmere mich um den Amerikaner.
Bail out, Chase. Bail out.
KIA. Yep.
Spyglass 1 to Battlehawks. There's another wave of aircraft. They're flying down the coast on approach to this installation. We're on our way, Spyglass. Hold tight. We must stop them. If they destroy our radar positions, England will be blind. Ju-88s. Those are some of Germany's best bombers. Yes, waste no time in shooting them from the skies. And watch out for their tail gunners.
Wir müssen die Bomber schützen. Greifen Sie die britischen Flugzeuge an. Ich kümmere mich um den Amerikaner. Ich weiß, dass du da alles kommen kannst. Beim letzten Mal hattest du Glück. Das ist dein letzter Feindzug. Befehl von Oberst Krieger.
Seems as though your friend Krieger survived that little ordeal over France. In
It looks like he has a bone to pick with you, Chase. We've lost another radar station. We can't let them blow the last radar station. Without it, the Luftwaffe can fly all the way to London without warning.
Attacke! Werfen Sie alles ab, was Sie haben!
Bail out, Chase. Bail out.
Why was it not letting me resupply?
Spyglass 1 to Battlehogs. There's another wave of aircraft. They're flying down the coast on approach to this installation. We're on our way, Spyglass. Hold tight. We must stop them. If they destroy our radar positions, England will be blind. Ju-88s. Those are some of Germany's best bombers. Yes, waste no time in shooting them from the skies. And watch out for their tail gunners.
Wir müssen die Bomber schützen! Greifen Sie die britischen Flugzeuge an! Ich kümmere mich um den Amerikaner!
Nemesis.
Letztes Mal hattest du Glück. Das ist dein letzter Feindflug. Befehl von Oberst Krieger.
Seems as though your friend Krieger survived that little ordeal over France. It looks like he has a bone to pick with you, Chase. We've lost another radar station. We can't
That's
let them
great
blow
and all,
the last
but-
radar station. Without it, the Luftwaffe can fly all the way to London without warning.
Meine Männer sind gefallen, aber mich kriegst du nicht.
Did I not learn how to freaking land?
Could you lend me a hand? I'm a bit outnumbered. Bail out, Chase. Bail out. Spyglass 1 to Battlehogs. There's another wave of aircraft. They're flying down the coast on approach to this installation. We're on our way, Spyglass. Hold tight. We must stop them. If they destroy our radar positions, England will be blind. Ju-88s. Those are some of Germany's best bombers. Yes, waste no time in shooting them from the skies. And watch out for their tail gunners.
Oh, it must be because those got destroyed. Okay.
Weißt du, dass du da bist, Amerikaner?
So I am basically
Letztes Mal hattest du
screwed.
Glück. Das ist dein letzter Feindflug. Befehl von Oberst Krieger.
Seems as though your friend Krieger survived that little ordeal over France. It looks like he has a bone to pick with you, Chase. We've lost another radar station. We can't let them blow the last radar station. Without it, the Luftwaffe can fly all the way to London without warning.
Like, really? Would that be so bad?
Attacke! Werfen Sie alles ab, was Sie haben! Oberst, ich habe versagt. Es tut mir leid.
That's the last fighter. And good riddance, I say. We must stop those bombers. That 88 is going down. Should we finish her off? Leave it be. We may be able to salvage the plane. Radio its position to our ground forces. Roger that. All right, chaps. That's enough fun for today. Let's head home.
Whew. One upgrade, okay. In the junker, okay. Primary and bonus goals. I'll probably have to look that up at some point.
After the intense aerial campaign over England, the next phase of the German assault called for a seaborne invasion of the British Isles. Codenamed Operation Sea Lion, it was a bold plan to invade and seize control of Britain. Through an elaborate intelligence network established by the SOE, the launch date of the invasion was confirmed to be October 1st, 1940. This left the British precious little time to prepare for a strategic defense of their shores. To prevent the assault, the Battlehawks were ordered to sabotage the invasion fleet. They would send one of their newest and most daring pilots, James Chase, behind enemy lines in a captured Luftwaffe plane. His goal? To stop the German invasion dead in the water.
All right. Conduct a fighter sweep along the... Let's have a
We've
look at the...
salvaged one of the German bombers I took down during the last attack. It's quite interesting to look at the enemy's planes from the inside and learn a bit about how they fly. Lyle, the chief mechanic for the Battlehawks, has something in mind for this bomber, but won't tell me what quite yet. Suffice it to say, he thinks I might be able to handle the Junkers. He set up some land and sea targets that he wants me to destroy while flying that German beast. Accuracy is what I'm looking for here, was his final remark. I think I can hit a few planks of wood. This should be easy.
Chase, have a look. There's a new aircraft in the hangar. You'll be taking the Junkers 88 bomber that I've finished patching up. Just so you don't think I'm sending you on a suicide mission, I'll be joining you aboard to have a look at how she flies.
Oh, okay. That's good to know that you're going to be joining me on that.
Okay, we gotta make sure this tub is ready for action. I'll be riding along in the rear gunner position to see if I've wasted my time on this heap. We'll see if you have the grit to
I
handle
love
this
suicide missions. Those are the best types of missions.
Nonetheless, my crew has positioned a variety of bomb targets over land and sea. Since we'd like to use this plane in combat, I need to know if you can hit them in this damn jerry-built monstrosity. If you can bust all the targets in under 4 minutes, I'll give you a plane upgrade. Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is.
Don't worry, we're going to hit it. Mission failed successfully.
Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is. Firing your guns will be a waste of ammo against those bomb targets. That's fine English workmanship we got down there. You know what they say? A messy hit is still a hit. But you could use a little polish and more technique. sure got this baby breathing again, didn't it? She's doing well. And counting. That's how you do it, see? Straight and steady, just like I said. Civilian structures below. Be extremely accurate when you drop your bombs. Amazing what a little elbow grease can do. This thing performs better now than it did when German mechanics worked on that. Until the buzzer. One good ally to get this lady running like she is. I guess you deserve some credit for hitting the targets, though. Good job. What a flash! That wasn't half bad. You hit that one dead on. The twin-side wings for engine definitely made the difference. Last minute. Should I count backwards from 60?
Sure, why not?
Rob's got the right idea. You'll do just fine in this death trap. You seem to have the know-how.
U4770 an Heeresleitung. Wir müssen auftauchen. Unsere Pumpen sind ausgefallen.
Great chase, German U-boat. I bet she's been spying on our facilities. Swing around. That last blast brought her up, but she's getting ready to go under again. Let's finish her before she can radio in.
Sie werden angegriffen. Bringt die Pumpen zum Laufen, schnell!
Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is.
Oh, I gotta redo everything. Holy shit.
You know what they say? A messy hit is still a hit. But you could use a little polish on your technique. That's a good hit. My work sure got this baby breathing again, didn't it? She's doing well.
I missed.
Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is. You know what they say? A messy hit is still a hit. could use a little polish on your technique.
How did I freaking miss?
Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is. You know what they say? A messy hit is still a hit. But you could use a little polish on your technique. That's a good hit. My work sure got this baby breathing again, didn't it? She's doing well. That's how you do it, see? Straight and steady, just like I said. Civilian structures below. Extremely accurate when you drop your bombs. Amazing what a little elbow grease can do. This thing performs better now than it did when German mechanics worked on it. Not good, are I? To get this lady running like she is. I guess you deserve some credit for hitting the targets, though. Good job.
And
What a flash! That wasn't half bad. You hit that one dead on. I'm sure I'm on cross-eyed. You got way off with that one. Until the buzzer. The twin-side weight to arranging definitely made the difference. Rock's got the right idea. You'll do just fine in this death trap. You seem to have the know-how.
U4770 an Heeresleitung. Wir müssen auftauchen. Unsere Pumpen sind ausgefallen.
Great chase, German U-boat. I bet she's been spying on our facilities. Swing around. That last blast brought her up, but she's getting ready to go under again. Let's finish her before she can radio in.
well, I did complete the mission. I don't know what they expect.
Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is. You know what they say? A messy hit is still a hit. But you could use a little polish on your technique. Sure I'm on cross-eyed? You got way off with that one. Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is. You know what they say? A messy hit is still a hit. But you could use a little polish on your technique. That's a good hit. My work sure below. Be extremely accurate when you drop your bombs. Amazing what a little elbow grease can do. This thing performs better now than it did when German mechanics worked on it. Not good, am I? To get this lady running like she is. I guess you deserve some credit for hitting the targets, though. Good job. That wasn't half bad. You hit that one dead on. The twin-side rate to engine definitely made the difference.
And
2 minutes until the buzzer. Not the right idea. You'll do just fine in this death trap. You seem to have the know-how.
U4770 an Heeresleitung. Wir müssen auftauchen. Unsere Pumpen sind ausgefallen.
I know, it's a little
German U-boat.
awkward.
I bet she's been spying on our facilities. Swing around. That last blast brought her up, but she's getting ready to go under again. Let's finish her before she can radio in.
Wir werden angegriffen. Bringt die Pumpen zum Laufen.
Damn
Schnell!
it. Where the hell is my target? I don't have any bombs left, so I'm hoping this will work.
Dive straight and steady at your target and keep it lined up in the bombing crosshairs. If you want to hit it, that is. You know what they say. A messy hit is still a hit. But you could use a little polish in your technique. That's a good hit. My work sure got this baby breathing again, didn't it? She's doing well. That's how you do it, see? Straight and steady, just like I said. Civilian structures below. Be extremely accurate when you drop your bombs. Amazing what a little elbow grease can do. This thing performs better now than it did when German mechanics worked on it. Not good, am I? To get this lady running like she is. I guess you deserve some credit for hitting the targets, though. Good job. What a smash! That wasn't half bad. You hit that one dead on. I'm sure I'm on cross-eyed. You will work on that one. The twin-time rate to her engine definitely made the difference. 2 minutes until the buzzer.
little bit too close. Turn that shit around.
Rock's got the right idea. You'll do just fine in this death trap. You seem to have the know-how.
U4770 an Heeresleitung. Wir müssen auftauchen. Unsere Pumpen sind ausgefallen.
Great chase, German U-boat. I bet she's been spying on our facilities. Swing around. That
Got
last
3
blast
bombs
brought her
to
up,
try
but
to
she's
figure
getting
this
ready to
out.
Go under again. Let's finish her before she can radio in.
Wir werden angegriffen. Bringt die Pumpen zum Laufen, schnell!
Fucking hell. I gotta go and get the resupplied. Because apparently bullets ain't gonna hit that damn thing. Really, why are we having the airfield so frickin' far away? Okay. It must have been the damage to the hangars in the previous mission that didn't allow me to resupply. Hey Strider, how you doing? How you doing tonight? The landing isn't the hard part. The hard part is doing the stupid bombing run crap. Because the bombing run is freaking awkward as hell. $3,000. Slow my descent down a little.
Wir werden angegriffen und sinken.
Now that was some display. Proof's in the pudding, that's what they say. You're the bloke we want for this, no doubt about it. Rourke will be quite interested in our sinking a German U-boat. A bit out of the ordinary, this close to England. You finished a course, and with time to spare. Well, a bet's a bet. I'll schedule you for a plane upgrade whenever you like. This old bird is as ready as I can make her. And you're in good form, old chap. Fly us back to the airstrip. I'll get her outfitted for the mission, while you get some rest before your big night.
Cool. Now, the Eagles.
Eagle Squadron, made of Americans like me that joined the RAF, has been given the task of eliminating enemy fighter patrols in the area. The Eagles have issued the Battlehawks a friendly challenge. Our mission isn't too difficult. Just find German 109s and send them screaming down to Earth in a heap of flaming metal. Well, maybe those weren't Commander Rourke's exact words, but I like the sound of it better.
I think you'll be happy with my latest improvement. I can now double the capacity of your bomb rack by selecting this new upgrade. Bombs away!
Where's my new... Oh, it must be a... Guess they want me to use the Spitfire. Let's see. What am I doing in this mission? Conduct fighter sweep along French coast, coordination with Eagle Squadron. Okay, looks like I'm... Okay, looks like I'm using the Spitfire. I'm gonna go ahead and get more
Field upgrade
ammo.
applied to your plane. Good luck with it.
Eagle 1 to Hawk Leader. Come in, over.
This is Hawk Leader.
My Eagle Eyes have spotted German planes at 12 o'clock. Do you take the fast movers and the Eagles to bring down the bombers? All right, then. Let's give them a nasty 1-2 punch. Rourke,
I should have also went with
Yes, Harrigan. Lead us in, Eagle.
Roger that. Eagles, stay tight and hit the bombers quick and fast. Our Battle Hawk escort will provide cover.
Keep it up, Hawk. Let's see what comes of your check. He's shooting at me.
Britische Flugzeuge im Anflug. Wir müssen die Bomber schützen.
Cease fire, Chase. Better get it together, or you'll be sitting out the floor in a cell.
No more Stukas. Changing target.
This extra radio traffic, I might lose my concentration and fire on you, Hannigan. More Jerrys are coming to the party. Stay sharp and bring them down.
Not bad. Spotter is working.
Let's take a chase. Ship to it. Find your target, Eagle, and we'll find ours.
Stapelführer, gebe ab! Kehre mich in Ihre Position.
We got a couple of shots on me.
We're in the lead.
The Jerrys are scrambling more fighters.
Wir Patrouille 2. Greift jetzt an.
Lots of targets. Time to fill those kill slots on my plane.
Go ahead. This one's staying as close as a bloody tick.
hell is my team doing?
German shot down. Great job, men. Let's keep in mind we're all part of the same team up here. Try to remember that.
Agreed, Hawk. Just keep
Oh
your eye
no,
on
it's the
friendly
Eagles.
competition. Good flying. Good luck.
Oh, at least we got that done and out of the way. Most of the aircraft shot down were by me. At least for my team, anyway. Alright, let's have a quick look at my hangar. Did I not get the aircraft for the other? Why do I only have 2 in my hangar? Quick look at my... Okay. Alright, let's go see what mission 3
September
here.
28, 1940. It turns out Nemesis was behind the attack on the Battlehawks airfield. Nemesis is quite a nasty bunch, but they should have let sleeping dogs lie. I'll be gunning for them from now on. I'm about to go on my first special operation. It's no easy task, as it only involves stopping the German invasion of England. Lyle, the Battlehawk's first-rate chief mechanic, salvaged a crashed German Ju-88 bomber I'd shot down. I'll use it to sneak in and sink the German troop transports moored at their docks along the French coast. I'm also supposed to assist some French partisans. They're going to take over an airfield for us to rearm at during the operation.
Oh.
I've been working round the clock to piece together this mess of a Jerry bomber you shot down. Did you have to put so many holes in it? Well, I've worked some of my magic and it's ready for the mission. You've heard
Awesome.
the plan. We're going to sneak across the channel in this Ju-88 and give the Jerrys a surprise.
I guess I'm forced to take that one. Okay. Let's see. Am I able to do any upgrades to it? Probably not. Destroy fighter hangars.
Black as can be out there, isn't it, Chase? Remember, Rourke may have let you fly, but I still outrank you. So be smart and don't get us into any unnecessary trouble. HMS Ripley and Cameron to Black Jerry. Come in, over. Black Jerry here. We are receiving you. We're on station, proceeding to Wet Grave. Confirmed. Over. There's the Ju-88 group and their fighter escort. Slipping in with this group should get us past their coastal defenses. We've been spotted. Don't get edgy. The fighters will give us a once-over, then leave us be.
Haben Sie denn her? Sie das? Fritz?
Whatever you do, don't keep that handed. German isn't very convincing. With any luck, they'll assume our radio is out.
Der Geist kehrt zurück. Ich dachte, Fritz wäre tot. Sieht nicht gut aus. Ja, sein Funkgerät muss ausgefallen sein.
I think they bought it. Now, keep your distance. But don't appear to try and keep your distance. Just fly casual. coastline. The sea base should be coming into view. I dare say they have more transports than we do bombs. We'll definitely need to rearm to sink them all. The reserve airfield is northeast. French partisans will be waiting to capture it for us.
Donner 6, wir verlassen Sie jetzt. Wiedersehen.
The fighters are peeling away to land. Wait until we're past the coast before we attack. Chase, stay relatively close to the 88s for now. More than 1,500 feet away, they might suspect something.
Hier ist Junkers Donner 6, ich bitte um Landeerlaubnis. Landeerlaubnis erteilt.
They're moving to land. We can divert northeast to the reserve airfield, or we can attack to try and catch them off guard. We can cripple that bomber airfield by leveling the hangars.
Hä? Wo will Ihr Untergebener hin? Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du, komm sofort zurück. Verdammt, wir haben keinen Punkt mehr. Ich muss den Kommandanten informieren.
We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm at any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du, komm sofort zurück. Verdammt, wir haben keinen Punkt mehr. Ich muss den Kommandanten informieren.
We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm at any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Wir wissen nicht, wer der Verräter ist. Teufel nochmal! Schießen wir einfach alle Maschinen ab!
We've got 109 coming in. Let's go nose to nose with them.
What are my objectives? Destroy the fighter hangars. Well, mission failed.
Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du, komm sofort zurück. Verdammt, wir haben keinen Punkt mehr. Ich muss den Kommandanten informieren.
We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm at any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du, komm sofort zurück. Verdammt, wir haben keinen Punkt mehr.
Kommandanten informiert. We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Wir wissen nicht, wer der Verräter ist. Teufel nochmal! Schießen wir einfach alle Maschinen ab!
Jace, we can't land here unless you want to start flying the Germans.
Oh my god.
Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du! Komm sofort zurück! Verdammt! Wir haben keinen Funk mehr. Ich muss den Kommandanten informieren.
We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Wir wissen nicht, wer der Verräter ist. Teufel nochmal! Schießen wir einfach alle Maschinen...
That's the airstrip ahead. Knock those gun towers out fast so the partisans can take the base.
Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du! Komm sofort zurück! Verdammt! Wir haben keinen Funk mehr. Ich muss den Kommandanten informieren.
We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Wir wissen nicht, wer der Verräter ist. Teufel nochmal! Schießen wir einfach alle Maschinen ab!
We've got 109 coming in. Let's go nose to nose.
So I'm probably going to end up redoing this because this airplane blows. Holy crap.
That's the airstrip ahead. Knock those gun towers out fast so the partisans can take the base. We're taking fire from those AGAGs down there. That's one tower. One more to go. That tower's down. The partisans are storming the
I'm about to hit away from being.
Appel Black Jerry. This is Cedric. Greetings, Cedric. Good to work with you again. It's Trevor and Chase here. Bonjour, mes amis. It's good to hear you again. The Air at your convenience. I'll be joining you in a German fighter.
Yeah, I'm trying to land.
Switch into those 109 fighters and find ourselves out.
Keine Ahnung.
They've realized we broke off our approach.
Hey du, komm sofort zurück. Verdammt, wir haben keinen Funk mehr. Ich muss den Kommandanten informieren.
We only have moments. They'll raise the alarm any second. Head to the reserve airfield now.
Alarm! Alarm! Wir haben einen Verräter!
They're certainly onto our charade now. We must act fast.
Wir wissen nicht, wer der Verräter ist. Teufel nochmal! Schießen wir einfach alle Maschinen ab!
Reserve airfield in that direction.
That's the airstrip ahead. Knock those gun towers out fast so the partisans can take the base. We're taking fire from those AGAGs down there. That's one tower. One more to go. Those gun towers must be destroyed so that both towers down, the partisans are storming the airfield. They'll contact us when it's secure. Appel Black Jerry. This is Cedric. Greetings, Cedric. Good to work with you again. It's Trevor and Chase here. Bonjour, mes amis. It's good to hear you again. The airfield is in our hands. Land at your convenience. I'll be joining you in a German fighter. Excellent. Chase, we can switch into those 109 fighters if we find ourselves outgunned. We have no supplies for rearming your Ju-88. You should get as much use out of that bomber as possible before you land. We can really do some damage with this 88 before the Germans fully mobilize. The 109s can carry bombs, but not as many as this 88. There are two German airfields and a sea base. They're all tempting targets.
I would like to go and get refitted. Game. Okay. Landing gear lowered.
They're firing at all German planes. How novel a solution.
Okay.
Cedric and I are on your wing, Chase. Let's take advantage of the confusion and drop our bombs. Chase, I'm loaded with bombs. What should I target first? Acknowledged. HMS Ripley and Cameron to Black Jerry. We have reached Wet Grave, beginning bombardment. Roger that, Cameron. The Black Hawks are on the wing. We'll back you up. Closing on target.
Britische Zerstörer! Wir brauchen Luftunterstützung! An alle Einheiten! Feuern Sie aus allen Rohren auf die britischen Zerstörer! Dieser 109er gehört nicht zu uns! Sie greifen uns an!
Holen Sie sie runter!
Wir werden beschossen! Lasst die Transporte ins Wasser! Schnell!
Where shall I drop my bomb? More fighters coming in from that airfield. Persistent little buggers, aren't they? Are you hard of hearing? I'm being assaulted by the enemy. Black Hawk 1, forces have sighted enemy bombers. Our hands are full. Can you assist? They're from the bomber airbase we flew past. They can't be allowed to reach our ships.
I need to head back to the airfield. Okay.
They're scattering their ships out to sea. We don't have much time. If we don't get them now, they'll escape in the darkness. HMS Cameron to any friendly aircraft. We've been engaged by German warships. Please assist. Black Hawk 1 to Cameron. Hold on, chaps, we're coming. Check fire on friendly 109s. Repeat, check fire on friendly 109s. Chase, we've got to engage those German destroyers. They'll tear our battle group apart. Our destroyers can't stop them all. The rest will be left for us to finish.
Come on. Turn that shit around.
We've destroyed half of their landing craft.
Get off! The ship sinks!
Gotcha, you son of a bitch. What are you?
They're taking several new fighters heading our way.
Battlehawks on the
You look important.
wissen, was ihr vorhabt. Nemesis, again. Damn, those blokes have a way of turning up. Your efforts here, so valiant, are in vain. You cannot withstand us. Erst erobern wir England, dann die Welt. I brought one down.
Come on. Go back in for a swing around. And come on. Bam. Sink your ass.
Our ships should have very little opposition now. Captain's compliments for the assist, Black Hawk.
That's out there. Not my problem right now. The airfield is over there. The hell? Okay. I need to head to the reserve airfield. I need more bombs. Feel that AA gun. If I was smart, I would have added more armor.
We've stopped them dead in the water, as it were. Congratulations on a job well done, Black Hawks. Nemesis, Geschwader.
Oh, I actually won.
Attacke! Lassen Sie keine Partisanen entkommen. Statuieren Sie ein Exempel. We're withdrawing immediately. I suggest you do the same. Not to run from a good fight, but there are just too many of them. We better fall back. Head northwest back across the channel. D'accord. I cannot rejoin my countrymen, so I will return with you to England.
Nice. New weapon or new aircraft. New gallery movie unlocked. Wonder what that other secondary goal was. Alright, let's do continue campaign. Save.
With Hitler's invasion of England now indefinitely postponed, the center of conflict shifted to North Africa. In February of 1941, General Erwin Rommel was sent to take charge of the German forces there. This move was significant, as control of North Africa would put the Nazi regime within reach of the vast oil fields of the Middle East. The SOE learned of Rommel's impending arrival from their double agent codenamed the White Rose. They devised a plan to prevent the new German commander from ever reaching Africa. For this dangerous assignment, the Allies would again turn to their elite squadron of international pilots, the Battlehawks.
Ooh, wonder what challenges we have here. Gain advanced training using a swordfish and torpedoes against German convoy. Provide air cover while rescue boats recover downed pilots. Let's see.
I've made 3 new upgrades available. Each one adds a second level of improvement to the armor, airframe, and engine upgrades. Use these to improve the damage protection, handling, and speed of your plane. In
Okay.
addition to that, there's also a new type of ordnance in the hangar.
Ooh. Swordfish kind of sucks. Very no armor whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to fix that if I'm actually gonna be forced to use that plane at some point. Okay. Challenges. Let's do the
I
rescue
think Trevor and I are
first.
finally speaking.
February
Toomey,
5th.
one of my new
Nope.
buddies, is
Okay,
headed out
never
in a
mind.
swordfish to investigate reports of German subs scouting the coastline. I can go it alone, Yank, is what he told me. But I think I'll tag along since he needs a challenge. Toomey also said he'd show me the ropes on using torpedoes. Personally, I don't think I need any training with them, but I never could pass up flying. To spice up our little outing, I challenged Toomey to see who can sink the most U-boats.
This mission requires the swordfish. Toomey will fill you in on how to use it for torpedo attacks. It's amazing these old string bags are still flying, much less used in combat.
Okay. Torpedo training.
I'm Toomey, the Battlehawk's resident expert on the Swordfish torpedo plane. We're going to get you even better acquainted with torpedo delivery technique. Our approach has placed us in perfect attack position. Get down on the deck and line up on a target. Once more into the breach, dear boy. I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about the Swordfish. Swordfish aren't heavily armored planes. In fact,
no
they're much
shit.
more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft. Therefore, release your torpedoes from outside AA range if possible. Let's sink the lot.
Achtung! Feindliche Torpedoflugzeuge!
Remember, torpedoes can't be dropped from high altitude or steep angles.
Müssen Sie abschließen, bevor Sie Ihre Torpedos abfeuern!
Your best chance of success is to come in low, level, and not too fast before you release your pitch. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its conning tower or smoke deck. This is your best bet for a clean hit.
Come on, get in there. I got one torpedo left.
If you run out of torpedoes, we have an exit nearby where we can rearm. It's a good time to reload. There'll be another group of U-boats around here. You must be submerged. There's a second group of U-boats heading towards the docks. Let's intercept them before they get there. Now that they know we're here, things will heat up a bit. Lead the target. Compensate for the distance the torpedoes have to travel.
Ow, ow, ow. Owie, owie, owie. I'm getting shot. Oh wait, I can fly through that. Okay. That works for me.
Oh my. The enemy has located our airstrip. That's a bit of bad luck. Those patrol boats are heading towards the base. Sink those patrol boats, or we won't be able to load up with any more fish.
Jesus. Freaking lot.
We're within range, but remember, they can still fire back at us too. Taking fire from the gunboats. It's either them or us. Much more appropriate that it should be the bad guys, don't you agree?
God damn it. I'm gonna die.
Don't wait the torpedo. I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about
I love the
sword.
biplanes. It's like using an old Sherman tank in the desert.
In fact,
Okay.
they're much more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft.
I would never think of an aircraft like a tank, but okay, you do you.
Range, if possible. Let's sink the lot.
Achtung! Feindliche Torpedo-Flugzeuge!
Remember, torpedoes can't be dropped from high altitude or steep angles.
Müssen Sie abschießen, bevor Sie Ihre Torpedos abfeuern!
Your best chance of success is to come in low, level, and not too far before you release your fish. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its cooling tower or smokestack. This is your best bet for a clean hit. Be another group of U-boats around here. It must be submerged. There's a second group of U-boats heading towards the dock. Let's intercept them before they get there. Now that they know we're here, things will heat up a bit. Lead the target. Compensate for the distance the torpedoes have to travel. I'm still ahead.
That's nice.
If you run out of torpedoes, we have an airstrip nearby where we can rearm. It's a good time to reload.
is not the airfield. There we go.
Oh my! The enemy has located our airstrip. That's a bit of bad luck. Those patrol boats are heading towards the base. Sink those patrol boats, or we won't be able to load up with any more fish. We're within range, but remember they can still fire back at us too.
2,000 feet, and there. That should
Taking fire
be.
from the gunboats. It's either them or us. Much more appropriate that it should be the bad guys. Don't you agree? Don't waste the torpedo on them. Our machine guns are sufficient. I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about the Swordfish. Swordfish aren't heavily armored planes. In fact, they're much more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft. Therefore, release your torpedoes from outside AA range if possible. Let's sink the lot!
Achtung! Feindliche Torpedo-Flugzeuge!
Remember, torpedoes can't be dropped from high altitude or steep angles.
Müssen Sie abschließen, bevor Sie Ihre Torpedos abfeuern!
Your best chance of success is to come in low, level, and not too fast before you release your fish. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its conning tower or smokestack. This is your best bet for a clean hit. Must be another group of U-boats around here. They must be submerged. There's a second group of U-boats heading towards the docks. Let's intercept them before they get there. Now that they know we're here, things will heat up a bit. Leave the target to compensate for the distance the torpedoes have to travel.
Come on, hits. Good.
I'm still ahead.
I don't care. And this should be good.
Excellent shot, James. Line that one up excellent.
two torpedoes. And I count 1, 2, possibly 3.
We're within range, but remember, they can still fire back at us, too. If you run out of torpedoes, we have an airship nearby where we can rearm. It's a good time to reload. Don't waste a torpedo on them. Our machine guns aren't sufficient. I recommend that you stay out of range of those 88s.
We really doing this now?
I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about the Swordfish. Swordfish aren't heavily armored planes. In fact, they're much more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft. Therefore, release your torpedoes from outside AA range if possible. Let's sink the lot!
Achtung! Feindliche Torpedo-Flugzeuge!
Remember, torpedoes can't drop from high altitude or steep angle.
Wir müssen sie abschießen, bevor die ihre Torpedos abfeuern!
Your best chance for success is to come in low, level, and not too fast before you release your fish. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its conic tower or smokestack. Set sensors your
Yeah,
best
I'm gonna let you do that.
Scratch another. I'm ahead of... Should be another group of U-boats around here. Must be submerged. There's a second group of U-boats heading towards the docks. Let's intercept them before they get there. Now that they know we're here, things will heat up a bit. Seize the target. Compensate for the distance the torpedoes have to travel.
freaking airfield. Why are you not letting me land?
I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about the Swordfish. Swordfish aren't heavily armored planes. In fact, they're much more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft. Therefore, release your torpedoes from outside AA range if possible. Let's sink the lot!
Alright, you have fun with that.
Feindliche Torpedoflugzeuge! Remember, torpedoes can't be dropped from high altitudes or steep angles. Wir müssen sie abschießen, bevor sie ihre Torpedos abfeuern! Your best chance for success is to come in low, level, and not too fast before you release your fish. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its conning tower or smokestacks. Dead center is your best bet for a clean hit.
He's
I'm
done.
ahead on the count.
This aircraft is awful. It's like a paper tiger.
Must be another group of U-boats around here. They must be submerged. There's a second group of U-boats heading towards the docks. Let's intercept them before they get there. Now that they know we're here, things will heat up a bit. See if the targets compensate for the distance the torpedoes have to travel. I'm still ahead.
I hit something cool. I would say about here.
She's going down, I have to hand it to you. You're quite good.
Oh, damn. Where the hell did my torpedo go? And there. Come on. Torpedo, please hit your target.
If you run out of torpedoes, we have an airstrip nearby where we can rearm. It's a good time to reload.
Oh, perfect. This works out much better than trying to land this sucker.
Oh my! The enemy has located our airstrip. That's a bit of bad luck. Those patrol boats are heading towards the base. Sink those patrol boats, or we won't be able to load up with any more fish.
britische Swordfish holen wird sie uns. Sie haben unser U-Boot-Dach angegriffen. Ich kümmere mich um sie.
This is usually the time to call in fighter support, but as fate would have it, there is none. German fighters closing. We'd better hurry and get out of here.
Ich kümmere mich um die Swordfish.
Come on.
I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about the Swordfish. Swordfish aren't heavily armored planes. In fact, they're much more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft. Therefore, release your torpedoes from outside AA range if possible. Let's sink the lot!
Achtung! Feindliche Torpedoflugzeuge!
Remember, torpedoes can't be dropped from high altitudes or steep angles.
Wir müssen sie abschießen, bevor sie ihre Torpedos abfeuern!
Your best chance for success is to come in low, level, and not too fast before you release your fish. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its conning tower or smokestacks. Dead center is your best bet for a clean hit.
Requisitioning some armor might be useful here.
I'm still ahead.
That's nice.
Oh my, the enemy has located our airstrip. That's a bit of bad luck. Those patrol boats are heading towards the base. Sink those patrol boats, or we won't be able to load up with any more fish.
Going down, I have to hand it to you. You're quite good. It's a good time to reload.
Okay. Let me think.
Britisches Swordfish, holen wir sie uns! Sie haben unser U-Boot angegriffen. Ich kümmere mich um sie. This is usually the time to call in fighter support, but as fate would have it, there is none. German fighters closing. We'd better hurry and get out of here. Ich kümmere mich um die Swordfish. Ihr kommt her.
Come on! What the hell am I supposed to do on this mission?
I know you've had some naval experience, but I'll give you a bit of advice about the swordfish. Swordfish aren't heavily armored planes. In fact, they're much more canvas than metal. So, anti-aircraft fire is a particularly dangerous hazard for this aircraft. Therefore, release your torpedoes from outside AA range if possible. Let's sink the lot! Achtung! Feindliche Torpedo-Flugzeuge! Remember, torpedoes can't be dropped from high altitudes or steep angles. Müssen Sie abschießen, bevor Sie Ihre Torpedos abfeuern! Your best chance of success is to come in low, level, and not too fast before you release your fish. If the target is stationary, set your sights on its conning tower or smokestack. Dead center is your best bet for a clean hit. You must be lower to drop a torpedo. Must be another group of U-boats around here. Must be submerged. There's a second group of U-boats heading towards the docks. Let's intercept them before they get there. Now that they know we're here, things will heat up a bit. Lead the target. Compensate for the distance the torpedoes have to travel. If you run out of torpedoes, we have an airstrip nearby where we can rearm. It's a good time to reload.
Okay. I'm gonna try to finish this up. If I die and end up losing, then I'm gonna call it a night either way. Because I'm beginning to struggle to stay up at this point.
I'm still ahead.
Okay.
We're within range, but remember they can still fire back at us too. You see that, Chase? There's a group of U-boats just sitting at the dock. The anti-air defenses are too heavy for us to handle in these swordfish. So be careful. Very careful. Damn, more patrol boats heading out. Those things are a damn nuisance. Those subs are all yours. I'm not convinced going up against those AA guns is a sound idea. It's a good time to reload.
Britische Swordfish, holen wir sie uns! Sie haben unser U-Boot-Dach angegriffen. Ich kümmere mich um sie.
This is usually the time to call in fighter support, but as people having to listen, German fighters closing. We'd better hurry and get out of here.
I don't understand what the hell I'm supposed to do. I get too close, I get ripped apart. Take too long, I get ripped apart. I don't understand what the hell is going on with this. I'm done for tonight. I'm struggling to stay awake at this point. Let's see who's online that I can raid. Lick Arcade's the only one. I'm gonna have to look this one up because like I'm completely lost at what the heck I'm supposed to do on that challenge. But any recommendations? Because I either only have like one person I follow online at this point, and that's Lick Arcade. Any raid recommendations? If not, then I'm going to go over to Lick Arcade. Alright, let's see who this is. Copy. Open. Okay. Kiss Psycho Circus. It's fine. Alright. Let's see what he... Alright, thanks for coming out tonight. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Let's get this stopped.